Top focus. SpiceJet has sacked one of its pilots for allegedly keeping an air hostess with him in the cockpit during both legs of an international flight. Reports suggest that the pilot sent his co-pilot out of the cockpit for a substantial period of time and made the air hostess sit in the co-pilot's chair. The serious safety breach of making an unauthorized person sit in the co-pilot's chair and alleged sexual harassment took place on SpiceJet's Kolkata-Bangkok flight on the 28th of February. The case came to light after the pilot used inappropriate language with the chief of the air hostess, who complained to the airline, which in turn informed the DGCA. The airline came out with a statement confirming the incident and the subsequent sacking of the pilot. The airline says the case has been registered and has been transferred to the DGCA, which is conducting a probe. Let's get now from Jugal Purohit, who's with us live this morning from our newsroom. Jugal, a serious breach of violations.
Absolutely, Simi. In fact, we've had instances of pilots clicking selfies with their friends, with their parents, allowing celebrities inside the cockpit while in flight. But we've never really had a scenario of this magnitude where during both the legs of an international flight, a pilot has made his air hostess be with him inside the cockpit at the expense of the co-pilot being made to stand out for a considerable amount of time. And what is shocking is that this has come to the fore only because the pilot used inappropriate language and not because of any other reason. So it does tell you that in terms of the airline security, especially while in flight, there is a lot more that needs to be put in place so that such behavior, so that such aberrations, we hope that they are brought to light and are immediately tackled. But for our viewers' understanding, we can say that the pilot has been now sacked. The DGCA is now looking into it. What is the next step? The next step is obviously to install structural mechanisms so that such instances can be weeded out much earlier than the 2 months plus that it has taken. The second is that pilots like these, the DGCA is the one who actually certifies pilots. So we'll have to see if the DGCA allows him to carry his license or actually goes to impound that as well.
Jugal, stay on with us. We're also being joined by Kapil Kark, aviation expert, who's with us on the phone line. Mr. Kark, your reaction?
Well, I agree wholeheartedly what Jugal has said. I think the Indian civil aviation sector gets into international news for the wrong reasons. It's always these flippant, absolutely asinine, unprofessional, irresponsible conduct of the flight crew and sometimes even the cabin crew that Indian civil aviation sector generally invites derision from professionals in this field world over. I think the case in point will obviously be examined and inquired into in great detail by the DGCA probe, which I hope is absolutely impartial and objective. That should, in fact, lead to a review of cockpit procedures. It should lead to pricing open what's going on in our civil aviation sector in terms of the behavioral patterns of our flight and cabin crew. I think the strictest action needs to be taken. Our problem is, to use a Hindustani word, chalta hai. I mean, that goes on. That's what's the defining narrative of our civil aviation sector. 6 months down the line, when India Today examines this, they will see nothing was done. The pilot got away with some light kind of punishment. Other pilots will be encouraged to do exactly the same.
Right. And you know, Mr. Kark, you're saying that a free and fair inquiry should be carried out. If that does happen, what's the kind of punishment that this pilot is looking at?
You see, this is the problem. That's exactly, unless there is a punitive, just to sidestep a little, why are traffic violations taking place at such a massive scale and over 1.64 lakh people dying in road accidents every year? This is incredible because people will get away. There are no punishments like you have in Singapore. So unless we have a very punitive, high standard, raise the bar, these incidents will keep taking place. They have taken place over the last 5 years that I have been on frequent shows on your television, and they will go on for the next 5 years as well. So let the system now, 6 months down the line, say, what did the inquiry reveal? What action was taken against the pilot if it is proven that he deliberately kept the co-pilot outside? We don't know the facts. But if it's proven that he put an unauthorized passenger, in this case a cabin crew, in the co-pilot seat for a long duration international flights, my God, that's unforgivable. So his license needs to be revoked. He should be stopped from flying forever in the Indian skies. And you will see these incidents will stop. Otherwise, they'll go on. I have no doubt they go on and there'll be no stoppage to this.
So you're saying
You'll be busy trying to report and analyze these incidents for a long, long time to come.
So strong punishment should be taken to ensure that similar incidents aren't repeated, and this acts as a test case. Thanks so much, Mr. Kapil Kak, for speaking to India Today. Jugal, thanks so much for the latest on the story. We're going to keep coming back to you for the